What if your phone buzzed every time a company insider bought or sold shares before anyone else even wrote about it? So I built this, an automation workflow that watches Indonesia's stock exchange 24/7 and pings me on Telegram the second something interesting happens without any code. So today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to build it step by step. Let's get started. Okay, so before we starting, we have several things to prepare before we start to create an automation workflow. The first is the sectors API key. They will provide the data source for Indonesia Stock Exchange filing and also a free make.com account. That's the automation workflow that will connect everything together. And also you need to have a Telegram bot, and I will tell you how to get your own Telegram bot. So these three things is something where we need to prepare before we start. And also our goal when creating this automation workflow is that I want to create the automation workflow that every 30 minutes they will ask the API any new filings. If yes, please check each one. And if it's genuinely fresh, please send it to Telegram. So that's all our goal for this automation workflow. So now we can start to create the automation workflow using make.com. So what we need to do now is go to the make.com and log into your account. You can click sign in. And we can continue using your Gmail account. Okay, so here's the initial view after you enter to your make.com account. So now what we're gonna do is go to the create scenario, and now we can start with the HTTP module. We can click make a request. And here, what's your authentication type? In this module, in this HTTP module, I want to connect with the sectors API key. So the authentication type is the API key. And we need to click add credential. For example, I want to have sectors API key. And you need to have the sectors API key here. So if you want to get the sectors API key, you need to go to the sectors.app. Sectors.app. Then you can go to the automation, go to the sectors API, and you can go to the API key management. Oh yeah, you need to log in to your account first. You can using your GitHub or Google. Okay, so now in here we can click API key management. If you still don't have any API key before, you can click this create key. You can rename this API key with, for example, sectors make. Save, and we just copy this API key and go here. Okay, cool. Now we can create. And now we need to enter the URL of an API endpoint based on the data that we need to get from the sectors API. And now we can type api.sectors.app/v2/filings. I think we need to use HTTPS. Yep, here. We need to start using HTTPS, not only API.sectors.app. And now we can choose this method with get because we want to get the data from the sectors app. And yep, everything looks good. Now we can save. And now we can go to the second module, which is the iterator. Okay, so what we need to enter into this array box is we need to we need to run first. We need to run once all of this workflow. Okay, so there's problem in here. We get an error if we forget to use HTTPS and we forget to add slash in the end. So you need to add slash. So you have HTTPS API sectors.app v2 filings slash. And after that, you need to save. Then you can run this workflow. So it works. Now, what we need to enter in this box is the result in here, because we want to use all of this data. So we can click this. Then we can save. And now in the second module, we need to add Telegram because we want all of this data directly sent directly into our Telegram account. So now we can type Telegram bot, send a text message. Okay, now if you don't have any Telegram bot before, you can click add in here. You can name this connection with, for example, sectors Mac, and you need to have a token. So how to get your token is you need to go to your Telegram account, web.telegram.org, and now you can search bot father. In here, you need to start with slash new bots. And we need to choose our bot name. For example, I want to have sectors make bot. For example, we want to have sectors make bot. Okay, cool. So now we have this API key. You need to copy, and you can go to paste in here and just save it. Okay, so now we can choose this connection with the sectors, that sectors underscore make, and we need to get this chat ID. So what we need to do is go to the raw data bot, and we can type slash start and just enter, and you got this chat ID. So what we need to do is just copy this chat ID and paste in here. Okay, so this is the text that what the automation text we want to send to the user. You can customize in here because I want to create the insider alerts. So the data that I needed is just title, body, symbol, and also the price, transaction value. Yep, maybe only that. Okay, so for the text, it means that I want to send this automation text to our Telegram account, and I have prepared this text. So I want to type this with the transaction type. Okay, so now we just need to save in here, and we need to add the filter. For example, I want to have like new filings in the last 30 minutes. Okay, so this condition means that I want this workflow system send me the new insider alerts every 30 minutes in the last 30 minutes. So what we're gonna do now is just save, and we can click save in here. Then we can run this scenario. Then we can check in our Telegram. Okay, it's still nothing. I think because we still not start our bot. So what we're gonna do now is just click this link and you can start here. And now we can try to rerun this workflow. Then we can check. Oh, I think we got an error in here. Yep, we got an error in here. Okay, now I have prepared all of this code, this condition, and I also have changed this now, this operator into numeric operators and change it into greater than. Then we only need to save, and what we need to do is just try to run all of this workflow, and now we can see that they are sending 20 message into our Telegram, and we can check into our Telegram that actually this Telegram bot using this bot. As you can see, we get a 20 message about insider in our Telegram account. So yeah, this is the final result from all of the workflow that we built. So I hope it will be useful for all of you. And if you're interested with our future video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And see you in the next video.